Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Big Boy Arena here in Fraser, Michigan for some Saturday night hockey action featuring the visiting Elmira Mammoth and your Motor City Rockers. I'm Brady Beaton, joined as always by Ben Salagi. And Ben, last night was a very fun affair, an 8-2 win for Motor City. Haven't had a lot of those games for the Rockers in a while. Nice win for them. They took advantage, 5-0 in the first period, and were able to cruise to a smooth 3 points.
Yeah, it was very nice. Got contributions from guys that don't normally contribute. Jamie Milam getting his first of the year as a Rocker. Nick Miguel Diaz got his first as well. And then Tim Perks doubling his goal total in a period all season from 2 to 4. So a lot of good things happened last night. Unfortunately, Trevor Babin in his first game back couldn't complete the shutout. That was due to a couple of bad turnovers, one-on-one situations. But, you know, you take what you can get. Guys can score in the Fed. But overall, everything was clicking last night. Everything was great. Corey Swider and Jonathan Giuliano were manning the bench. Unfortunately, like tonight, they're going to have to do the same. Gordy Brown still at home resting from his medical leave. So the foundation is built. As Corey said, the foundation is there. Me and John are just foremen, making sure everything is running right. The foundation's laid, everything's good. We're just making sure the house doesn't fall down until Gordy comes back. So everything's great except, again, not having Gordy. And guess what? Elmira has their sweaters, so
right,
everything.
Yes, their uniforms are back. How could we bury the lead last night? Elmira's uniforms were not here. Tonight they are. So Elmira will have their numbers, have their names. Makes my job a lot easier. You had to persevere through it last night, but we're all set tonight. Ben, when you look at this game and I say, hey, this is an important game for Motor City. We talked about it before we went live. People might look at you sideways. You're playing the fourth place team from the other league, but when you look at the upcoming schedule and the standings right now and what the playoff picture is, kind of a big 3 points you got to get if you're Motor City.
Definitely got to get them. And again, just like last night, we're going to be fans of Danbury tonight. They still take on Port Huron, but you're only a point separated between you and the Prowlers. Again, we know down the road, next week Carolina comes to town. They're a tough squad. You hope to get 2. You're happy with a split. And then Columbus comes to town the week after that for 3 games. Granted, it's not the same Columbus team. They've gone to shootouts in most of their recent games against lesser competition, but do they bounce back? It's going to be a tough 3 games there. So yeah, take the points when you can get them. Hopefully you can leapfrog Port Huron, because if you can do that and stay above them, good things can happen. So you never know. But also it's going to be interesting if not, if you can't jump them, you get an early preview of Motor City and Columbus in the playoffs anyways, but it'd be here.
Yes, and Ben, last night you could tell Elmira had bus legs. They had met at the rink at 6 a.m. in Elmira to come here. Didn't have a morning skate, didn't get much into it. They had a hotel to sleep in. It was a little far away, but they were able to get a night's sleep. They were able to get back here. We should expect a faster start from Elmira, should we not?
Oh yeah, we should. I mean, that 8-2 win last night was very, very nice, awesome to see. But let's go back to reality a little bit, only because, like we mentioned last night, February 3rd and February 4th, it was 4-3 wins for the Rockers against Elmira. We even saw it at the end of the second period last night. Elmira started to get things clicking and peppering the net. After the second period, they actually until Declan Conway went off, they were outscoring Motor City 2-1. So this game's going to be close. Elmira's going to be rested. They're going to feel more comfortable. All kidding aside, they're wearing their kits. They're wearing their uniform. Nothing is going to throw them off. They don't have bus legs. It is going to be a much different game tonight because also they want to play spoiler. They want to help themselves out as well. So it's going to be an interesting game. I'm expecting a much closer game tonight.
All right, Ben, real quick before we get starting lineups, now it's 30 seconds. What's something to watch out for both sides tonight?
Well, for both sides, I want to see how Elmira takes the first 10 of the first 20. I want to see how they come out. I want to see if they play inspired. But I want to see Motor City, again, do what they did last night. Get on them. Make sure they don't get inspired. Stay on them, pin them, wrestle them to the ground, and, again, just get out to a lead and hold on to that lead. It would be nice with a rejuvenated Elmira team if you're just like, hey, We're going to still play loose. We're going to keep them where they need to be. Everything will be fine. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, hopefully we get a first period like last night. We'll see. We'll take a short break as we turn it over for the starting lineups and national anthem. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey here on the Motor City Rockers YouTube page. Back here at Big Boy Arena, National Anthem has been sung, and that means it's time for our starting lineups, brought to you by Rock City Logistics. For a quote on all your global shipping needs, including LTL, rail, flatbed, and more, please visit rockcitylogistics.com. Ben, starting five for both sides. First, the Elmira Mammoth.
Yeah, the Mammoth are going to have number 60, Harley White, in net. Thomas Proudluck's actually on loan, so he's not going to play tonight. He also got pulled last night, so Harley White.
Don't know where he's on loan to.
Nope, do not know. Chris Martea, number 33 from Arlington, New Jersey, will be on the back line. Joining him will be number 17, Chris Hunt from Albany, New York. Front line will be number 29, Tate Leeson, number 94, Mo Levac, and number 61, Nick Gullo, who returns from suspension. Of course, Mo Levac is the head coach of the Elmira Mammoth. And then for the Rockers, same starters as last night. Number 72, the Dark Knight, Trevor Babin from Philadelphia, PA, mans the posts. Men in front of him will be number 29, Cody Oakes, and 59, Devin Fields. And on the front line, number 19, Danny Vanderweel from Island Lake, Illinois. Tommy Cardinal from Quebec City, Quebec. And number 21, Brad Ryder from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Of course, head coach Gordy Brown, but substituting co-head coaches Corey Swider and Jonathan Giuliano, who got their first professional win last night. They actually got to keep pucks.
Yeah, it was a nice win, a nice stress-free win for them. Saturday Night Hockey, underway, about to get underway, waiting for the official to drop the puck. Motor City donning their all-black uniforms, and all right, come on, waiting a little longer. The anticipation, and now we are underway. Elmira controls the puck off the opening draw only for a moment. Motor City in their own zone. Along the near board, slid up, rink wide pass, banks out the board. Cardinal controls it inside the blue line. Bottom of the right wing, Sawyer circle, backhand shot. Goes off the high glass, never made it to the netminder, White. In their own zone, Levac up the near board, slides a pass, rink wide to Hunt, over the blue line, throws a shot way high and wide, would have been over a soccer net. Fields in his own zone, slides to the middle, Vanderweel. The forward, over the red line, handles over the blue, just barely onside, far hash marks. Vanderweel gets slipped up, no arm goes up, and Elmira controls it in their own zone.
Yeah, he just lost his edge, I think, on a water spot, and he went down.
50 seconds into the first period, both sides trying to settle in. Motor City in their own zone, pass chipped up into neutral ice. Richards, rink wide feed, controlled by Pekarski. Bought in deep by McGuire, he chases after it. Suffredini fights back behind his own net, shovels it up and out. Koash handles it, Conway has it poked away, hits off the linesman. Ooh. The linesman gets pinned to the boards. We'll get a whistle. 18:46 to go, first period. Still waiting for that first shot on net. Both sides settling in here in game 2 of this weekend series.
Nick Sherpa was the one who got hit a little high. Seems to be okay, no worse for wear. He's ready to drop the puck at the far side, outside the offensive zone.
Off the draw, Pekarski controls it, over to Merkel. Diagonal dump, slides by Colton, try to chop it down. D-to-D pass goes by Suffredini, throws on net, it's patted away by Babin. In their own zone, Elmira had it was Wild trying to find the left wing feed, not there. Sliding down, and no icing called. Conway fighting for it. Far corner, back behind the net. Elmira looking for the breakout, something they struggled with a night ago.
They did, but they got another little struggle here. But I like the way Elmira is coming out in the first 2 minutes. They're not backing away. They're doing a good job skating. It's kind of similar to last night, but they look a little more easy and at ease in their away sweaters.
Remember, a night ago, before it was 5-0, they played a strong first few minutes. A couple nice saves by Trevor Babin kept them off the scoreboard, but ultimately that opening barrage was just a mirage for Elmira.
Yeah, again, they're keeping their same form here early. Let's see if they can continue and keep it up.
Perks, he had a pair of goals last night, takes it into the zone, controls it, pass across, just too strong for Derek McAma. Behind the net, fighting for it, Gaudette, didn't play a night ago, back in the lineup here on Saturday night. Outside the Elmira zone, Richards backhands it into his own zone for Merkel. Feed too strong or too far in front of Anderson. He's able to check it back out. Sliding in front of the Rockers bench, no one there to pick it up. Gaudette the first one to skate toward. Gaudette centers, back shot, and is patted away. Good look in close by I believe that was Milam that fired the shot. He got his first goal a night ago.
Yeah, he did. It was a perfect drop pass there. Came right into the zone. Gaudette dropping it, allowed Milam to step into that shot. Fired a hard slapper, just couldn't bury it.
Gibbs puts it on the chest of Babin from outside the blue line. The Rocker netminder will elect to play it. Along the near boards, Ryder uses the speed, goes over the 2 lines. Left wing circle from the hash marks, banks behind the net. Keeps in deep. Ryder fighting for it. Far side, Cardinal can't handle it. Goes back to neutral ice. Rockers reset. 16:49 to go, first period. Looking for the game's first goal. Chipped in deep. White plays it to the corner. Vanderweel out in front, shot point blank, and Cardinal buries it. 1-0 Motor City. Few minutes into the game, Tommy Cardinal on the feed from Danny Vanderweel.
Vanderbilt did a good job, anticipated the pass into the corner, accepted it, and not only found that, felt Cardinal crashing the net. Cardinal came down beautifully, got the puck. It was a one-on-one, easy, goes high glove side. It's a 1-0 game. Beautiful shot by Tommy Cardinal, even better pass by Danny Vanderweel.
So, Ben, I just want to ask you the decision on this. That play started when Harley White decided to play the puck instead of freezing it. As a goaltender, is that bad luck, or is that, hey, he maybe zigged when he should have zagged?
Well, the goaltender, I don't fault White. He pushed the puck out, pushed it as far away as he could. It was a great play by Vanderbilt, anticipating that the puck was going to come off White's stick where it did. That's just wrong place at the wrong time.
And a night ago, it was Motor City winning a lot of 50-50 pucks. That's another example of them getting in the dirty areas. Ends up with a goal for Tommy Cardinal. 16:04 to go first period. 1-0 Motor City in the lead over Elmira. Far boards flipped in deep by Hunt behind Babin. In his own zone. Flipped. Inger. Rink wide pass. Racing right side. Makima shot, rebound. No one home to clean it up. Elmira able to get it up and out of the zone.
I like how Motor City's really racing through the offensive zone, getting rushes, getting good step-in shots, hard shots in on White. Looking very comfortable playing loose like they did last night.
Makima, backhand flip in deep. White plays it once again, rings around the far boards, battle out for it on the hash marks. Coming to Pikarski trying to come away with it. It slips over to Richards. He's at least able to send it to neutral ice for the moment. Suffredini spins back at his own blue line, sends back to Colton before a two-line pass, tipped in deep by Perks. White touches for a moment. The near half wall. Rink wide pass, can't find the tape of Richards. Colton slaps at it. Gaudette trying to knock it back. Perks in there, but it's ultimately Suffredini who comes away with it. He doesn't have the numbers, centers, and it's poked away. Ship, left wing circled. Slides out. Perks with a shot off the right pad of White. Slides to the near wall. Another chance for a rebound again. No one home for Motor City.
Yeah, Motor City completed a line change. It was nice. Cardinal was a little bit late. That's why I don't fault Suffredini on the way he kept the puck in the offensive zone. If he knew Cardinal was coming out, would have been a nice time to feather the pass to him. But instead, no, Motor City keeps the forechecking pressure there. And then Tim Perks had another good shot. I really like how this team is dictating the pace early.
Well, we had a quick first 5.5 minutes. Takes us to our first media timeout. An opportunity to catch up on shots on goal. And if anyone else has had any early action in the Fed. Ben.
Yeah, shots on goal favors Motor City 5-2. Getting the assist on Tommy Cardinal's goal. We know it was Danny Vanderweel, but they're going to give a hockey assist to Brad Reiter. That is number 25 on the year for Reiter, and Vanderweel has now 4 assists on the season. Watertown is the only, well, I shouldn't say the only. Carolina just got one as well, but Watertown leads Delaware 1-0. Port Huron and Danbury still knotted up at 0, and Carolina has a 1-0 lead over Binghamton.
Here at Big Boy Arena, Motor City the 1-0 lead over Elmira, second night in a row. Motor City's jumped out to a big lead. Now, Ben, the question is, will Elmira let it unravel like they did a night ago, or are they going to tighten it up and try to get the equalizer sooner rather than later?
Well, as of right now, they don't look too panicked. They look still comfortable, but Motor City is dictating the pace of this game. They are dictating how the 200-foot space of ice is being used. So right now, Elmira is not panicking, but they're also not going tape to tape pretty cleanly with their passes.
Puck on the Elmira blue line, slides back to the red line, picked up by Motor City. Miguel Diaz is back to the middle for Reiter. Feed up, ends up near the stick. Conway goes between his legs. Reiter picks it up, takes it into the zone, knocked away by Gibbs. Back behind the net, backhand feed to Conway. Straight out in front, shot slides wide. Miguel Diaz picks it up for Motor City. Slides to Reiter behind the net. Reiter gets knocked off the puck and will get a whistle. And Motor City going on the man advantage. Elmira really didn't have a choice. That was a takeaway scoring opportunity.
Yeah, again, Elmira, they're letting Motor City dictate the 200-foot space. It's really turning into a 100-foot game. Motor City doing a good job dictating the pressure, dictating the tempo, intercepting passes, breaking up passing lanes. And again, that penalty was one of those basketball ones, right? It's a good foul to take. If not, it's a goal.
Motor City going on their first power play of the night, and the power play is brought to you by Digital Macomb Indoor Billboards. Reach over 100,000 people in 1 month all around Macomb County by visiting digitalmacomb.com. 2 minutes for holding to Cody Gibbs. Motor City a chance to take a 2-0 lead here before we're even halfway through the opening stanza. Conway has it poke checked away. Puck slides all the way down. Babin slides out of the net, and he leaves it for his teammate, Josh Colton. Working the breakout, 30 seconds have elapsed in the Gibbs minor penalty. Conway tries to tip to Koash, has to poke it in deep, and we will get a whistle. Ben, did you happen to see what the whistle was for?
No.
1:24 left to go in the man advantage, 13-14 to go in the first period.
Oh.
Perhaps something with the fans in the...
There is a fan on the far side that has a... I don't know the way to say this with tact, but they had a flag that was a anti-alt-right flag. So they were making a political statement, and the officials wanted them to take it down, and that's what it was. I don't think there's an official penalty being called.
Just the official stop and play. So
yeah.
Well, that's a...
Yeah.
All right, let's see how they handle this. But in the meantime, $1:24 left to go in the man advantage for Motor City. Gives them a chance to reset, try to get in rhythm, because the first 36 seconds, they didn't really get in the zone and cycle through too much. Hopefully with the offensive zone draw, an opportunity to set up a nice attack.
Yeah, it would be nice, see what they can draw up here. Well, let's see if someone is going to go to the bench or not. I think they're just pointing, no, the faceoff's going to come outside the zone. No, but yeah, it's going to be a good opportunity to see what Motor City can do here with their power play. You look at it last night, they didn't really have a couple of opportunities on the power play. They were 0 for 2. So see what they can do here. It seems like the good news is the fans are going to be allowed to stay. I think they're just being told, hey, we appreciate your voice, but let's keep it sports oriented.
Well, returning to the hockey action. Puck in deep from Motor City on the near corner. Back up top looking. It is Koash. Rink wide feed to Colton. Walks it up top the right wing circle. Shot never gets to White. Taken away by Conway. Koash. Rink wide feed bangs off the boards. Picked up by Inger to Suffredini. Low corner. Along the near half wall, Koash throws on net, picks the top right corner. Scott Koash puts it in the soup can. 2-0, Motor City on top.
That's what happens when you play loose. And even he does the hand flip as he gets the daps. It's a big 2-0 lead. Scott Koash feeling it. We know he's a point getter, obviously top point getter on the team, but made that one look incredibly easy from a difficult angle. Walked
it into the left wing circle and put it right where he needed to. Scott Koash gets his 25th of the season, and now it's time to fight. Elias Thompson, Justin Schmidt, round 2. Schmidt took round 1 a night ago. Tied up, Schmidt trying to get a few rights in. Thompson trying to find leverage. More of a dance than a fight right now. Neither side getting loose.
Oh, Thompson
Schmidt
took
with
another
the
one.
left.
Yeah. Oh, took another
one. A few
one.
lefts from Schmidt. Loses the elbow guard. Rights on Thompson. The uppercuts, and Schmidt goes 2-0 on the weekend. Gets Thompson to the ice. The second dance of the weekend goes to Schmidt.
I'll give Elias Thompson a little credit. He learned his lesson from last night, immediately went into bear hugs, did not want to take punches, still took 3 lefts to the face, but last night he took 4 or 5 before he went down.
And he took one really strong one a night ago.
Yeah, he did. But if you want to learn by doing, you mix it up with Jamie Schmidt and you can learn with good experience. So hopefully it's not to waste. But yeah, they were talking before the game. We knew that they were going to drop gloves when they were on the ice. So that was more though of a dance. Maybe a waltz.
12:30 to go in the first period, 2-0 Motor City. Schmidt trying to maybe rally the troops a bit. Down 2-0. Motor City's outscored Elmira 7-0 in first periods in this weekend series. Right wing circle, Maratea leaves it back out in front. It was sitting in the blue for a moment, taken behind by Jelenskis. Fields to the blue line, lost it for a moment, tipped up. Perks couldn't poke it away at the mid-ice logo. Walking in, Jelenskis lost it for a second. The swiping stick of Fields, knocks to the blue line, backhands to Perks over the blue line. Perks, right wing circle, feeds across. Fields was waiting for a pass that never got there. Fields in the left wing circle, back up top near the blue line. Makema fights Levac for the puck, comes away with it. Makema into the offensive zone, off the corner of the board, slides to the left corner. Hunt picks it up for Elmira. Hunt takes it over all 3 lines himself. Shot goes way off the high glass, nearly went out of play. Motor City controls it behind the net. 11:22 to go in the first period. 2-0 Motor City on top. Right wing or right corner for Motor City in their own zone. Shot misses wide left. Tate Leeson had the puck for a moment, lost it. Down the right side, Cardinal feeds across Vanderweel, shot and it's saved out in front. Still loose, Miguel Diaz couldn't knock it home. Levac came in, got it away, and a whistle. And it looks like Elmira will go on their first man advantage of the night. Tommy Cardinal heading to the box. 2 for cross-checking, and it's a chance for Elmira to get one back.
Yeah, well, one thing I did like outside of the cross-check, which I don't like, obviously, I love the way Cardinal felt Vanderweel crashing. So what did he do? Centered it for Danny. These guys are really playing loose. They're not playing tight. They're not afraid of making mistakes. It's been really nice to see. Elmira last night, we know they didn't cash in on the power play either like Motor City last night. So let's see what they do with the man advantage. Motor City already 1 for 1. Let's see what the Mammoth do.
Penalty kill brought to you by Kustra Law. For all your legal needs, including getting out of the penalty box all around the Metro Detroit area, visit KustraLaw.com. Elmira down 2-0, trying to knot one up off the draw. Conway flips in deep. White plays it to the left of to the right of the crease. Conway got in front of a pass, slides it to the near side boards. Richards behind his own net, working the breakout. Leaves back for Gibbs. To the right side, McGuire banks off the boards, no one home for the pass. Merkel retrieves it in neutral ice, takes it over the blue line, backhand to the left side for McGuire. Fought off the puck. Milam trying to get it out from between his legs, slides out near the blue line for Merkel. Stick handling, short pass to Richards, rink wide feed to Gibbs, touch pass up top. Merkel slap shot, doesn't get through traffic. It was friendly fire, and McGuire will have to head to the bench as the puck's frozen. 10:02 to go in the first period, 1:07 to go in the man advantage for Elmira.
Well, Makema is going to get some well-deserved time off after that first shift of the penalty kill. Him and Milam on the far side of the ice did a great job patrolling down low and at the half wall. Was able to extend the diamond out that way, not compromise positioning, kept Elmira spaced out. Great job on the penalty kill for that shift.
Gullo over to Maratea, returns to Gullo at the blue line. Walks to the top of the left wing circle, throws on net, misses wide right. Puck stays in the offensive zone for Elmira. 53 seconds left to go on the minor penalty to Cardinal. Shot doesn't stay in the trapper of Babin. Play goes on. Along the near boards, Maratea chips back in. Leeson to the bottom of the zone, and the pass out in front gets knocked in. A less than stellar goal. It all counts the same, and Elmira gets one back. 2-1 Motor City on the, I guess we'll call it a shot, but it was more of a pass from Levac that bounced off of someone and went in.
Well, I'm sorry for anyone back at home. I speaked it into existence. Motor City went 1 for 1, and now Elmira goes 1 for 1. But yeah, Levac had Leeson in front. He was intending to center it there. It bounced off someone else.
It looked like it was a Motor City rocker
Yeah.
that it bounced off of. He was out in front trying to get away from a pass. Sometimes puck just doesn't bounce your way, and Elmira gets a very critical goal to settle down. Conway racing after it in the zone, backhand from White, lost it. White tried to play a puck from behind the net late in the third period last night, and it resulted in one of Declan Conway's 2 goals.
So
Get an interference penalty. So right as we get back to 5-on-5 hockey, Motor City is sending someone right back in.
that's going to be Cody Oakes, it looks like, for the interference.
So Cody Oakes heads to the box, and Elmira talking about it during the media timeout. Hey, a chance to bring it back to 2-2. But it is the media timeout, 9:14 to go in the first period, 2-1 Motor City. Ben, shots on goal going around the Fed. What's happening on a Saturday night?
Well, Motor City leading shots on goal 7-6, and they also have the 2-1 lead, obviously. It's going to be giving the assist to Levac's goal to Tate Leeson and Chris Loretta, and then around the league, Watertown has 2 goals. Delaware got 1 back, so it's 2-1. Danbury has a 1-goal lead over Port Huron, and Carolina still holding their 1-0 lead over Binghamton.
Ben, go back to the last power play goal for Elmira, and I'll pull out one of the old cliches I like to use. Be process-based, don't be results-based. Yeah, you gave up a power play goal, but it wasn't by anything you did wrong. It was a pass that hit off your skate and went in. That's what I mean when I say be process-based, don't be results-based. I don't think anyone in the Elmira bench is saying, hey, throw a pass off their skate and hope it bounces in. Yeah, you didn't give up. You gave up the goal, but it wasn't from any breakdown defensively.
No, it wasn't. If anything, it's the veteran presence of Mo Levac, right? Knowing he had traffic in front, tried to still find Leeson in front on the give and go, but yeah, you're never going to count on a deflection that way. You're going to count on a deflection if you shoot towards the net and the puck gets deflected that way. So yeah, you're not going to be dejected by it by any stretch of the imagination. You can come back and get a power play pelt here.
Back behind his own net, Maratea sets up the breakout. Down the right boards, Gullo brings it to the right wing circle, lost it. Vanderweel has a one-on-one, trying to kill as much time as possible, racing down the right side. Milam, that veteran presence, thought if he could sneak out, maybe get a pass across the ice, a chance for a shorthanded goal.
He almost got there too. It just almost got tape to tape, just went behind him just a little bit. And instead, the best thing about it, he doesn't sacrifice positioning with that play either.
Gullo, left hash marks, gets pinned to the boards by Conway, loses the puck for a moment, slides behind the net. Miguel Diaz fighting against Levac to the near hash marks up top. Maratea gives to Leeson, the leading scorer for Elmira. Left wing circle, shot goes almost out of play. 50 seconds left to go in the minor penalty to Cody Oakes. Right wing circle, shot doesn't make it to Babin. It was deflected by Milam. Maratea, rink wide pass to Gullo. Stick handling returns to Maratea. Left wing circle touch pass back to Gullo at the point. Holding it returns Maratea. Fakes the shot. Pass down low. Leeson on the hash marks. Pressure back up top to Maratea. The shot stays on the ice. Rebound swallowed by Trevor Babin. The focus to stay in position. We'll get a freeze. 26 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for Motor City. 7:40 to go in the first. 2-1 Motor City leads.
I actually like the way that Leeson found Maratea back up at the point. He was at the half wall, allowed him to step into that hard shot. Maratea rifled it. And, of course, Dalton Anderson, who got a goal last night, he was the first one to score for Elmira, almost got the rebound opportunity there. Just good execution, but a better save by Babin that we know he can make.
Merkel centers to the point for Hunt. Shot gets deflected by Gaudet. Looked like he took one off the shin. That'll hurt tomorrow. Throws on net, again a freeze from Trevor Babin. Down to 11 seconds toward a 5-on-5 hockey. Schmidt and Thompson will exit the box for their 5-minute fighting majors. Get a little love from both their benches. As Elmira trying to get one more chance here on the man advantage to tie it up at 2.
Showing a little love. Our Genesis Kids Zone is packed with kids. I love that. Just looking across the ice. My goodness.
For what should be a fun night of hockey. Back to 5-on-5 hockey on the save with Babin. Collected by Hunt. Racing out of the box. Oaks. Hunt in close. Backhand. Loose in front. No one home for Elmira. Gaudette over the mid-ice logo. Leaves on the right side. And an offside call. Ooh. Breaks up the rush. Linesman right on it. We'll go to the neutral ice draw. 7:02 to go in the first. 2-1 Motor City.
I don't know. I fully agree. I thought Roman dragged the foot. Let's see what we can see in the replay here. We're a little delayed, but thought Roman dropped it off nicely. We're going to see it here just as the face-off drops off. Yeah, I think Roman.
It was bang bang.
It was bang bang. It was a photo finish. I thought though Roman was onside.
Either way, play continues on after the draw. Gaudette back to Colton in his own zone. The D-man finds Suffredini, works around one defender, takes it between the blue lines, feed up to Gaudette, 1-on-3, gets poked away by Cudmore. Motor City gets possession back. They lead 2-1, but Elmira scored the last goal on the Levac pass that was deflected in front of Babin. Now, Trevor Babin's given up 3 goals on this weekend. I don't know if any are particularly his fault. Perks brings it in low, and it's poked away in the crease. Perks, he's been having a nice weekend himself, looking for goal number 3. Shot from Suffredini, misses wide left. Out in front, couldn't find the tape of Cardinal. Puck couldn't settle down, and it's Elmira possession in their own zone.
Yeah, to touch back on it, yeah, Babin has led in 3 so far this weekend. 2 were based on defensive turnovers last night, and then, of course, that puck luck there here tonight. Can't fault him for any of those 3.
Cardinal along the blue line, poked away, and it just crossed over into neutral ice, offside the call. We'll get a line change from both sides.
You ever see Ted Lasso?
I have not actually seen Ted Lasso yet.
One, I think you would enjoy it, too. Throughout the entire first season, obviously the premise, he's a football coach, an American football coach, but goes to England to be a soccer coach, and he doesn't know what offsides is. So every time I see it, he always asks the officials, like, you see it at the beginning of the season, he goes, I don't know what offsides is, and then halfway, like the season's almost over, he goes, I still don't know what that rule is. So every time I see it's a questionable call, it's the first place my mind goes to.
Well, we've had a few here in the second half of the first period in neutral ice. Controlled by Motor City. Oaks dumps in deep, spins off a hit. Weird bounce, almost put it out in front. White wasn't sure where the puck was. Koash throws on net, and it's absorbed by White. That was a funky bounce that almost netted Motor City a goal.
Yeah, and you got to credit Connor Inger. He was the one who was offsides initially, tagged up, even told Cody, dump, dump, dump. Cody goes in, dumps it in. Was that weird bounce, but you can credit Inger for that communication. Good chirping, good talking, smart play by number 17.
Koash off the draw to Conway, rink wide feed to Fields as he flips in deep, controlled by Maratea, far corner, shovels it up to the hash marks, now out to neutral ice as Levac slides in deep, a collision and no arm goes up. It was Conway and Leeson that both went to the ice. Play goes on.
Yeah, Conway wanted a hand to go up, but it looked incidental.
Near the red line, a lot of stick handling from Field. Slides across, turnover. Levac straight away, drop pass to Gullo. He stick handles, and the backhand doesn't make it through. Second attempt misses wide right. Gullo in deep, puck bounces out in front. Motor City with a chance for an odd man rush. Feed can't find the tape of Koash. White won't play it. Koash working behind the net. He didn't know where the puck was, otherwise maybe an opportunity to continue the rush.
Yeah, Cody Oaks feels bad. He just went to the bench for a line change. Knew he flubbed a 2-on-none situation. Overextended the pass just a little bit, but you like where the head's at.
4 minutes, 13 seconds to go in period number 1. Motor City 2, Elmira 1. Levac has the last goal for Elmira. Icing call. We'll get an offensive zone draw for Motor City, but not before our media time out. Go over to Ben for shots on goal, and what's happening around the Fed? Only 3 other games going on. Mississippi and Columbus taking the night off. But Ben, what's going on around the Fed, and what are the updated shots?
Yeah, well, Danbury still holds that 1-0 lead. We got a scoreboard watch, and of course we're Hat Trick fans while they're playing Port Huron, so they still have a 1-0 lead. Of course, it's 2-1 here Watertown still has a 2-1 lead over Delaware, and Carolina still has a 2-1 lead over Binghamton. Here, shots on goal now favor Elmira, 11-8 here in the first period.
Shots favored Elmira last night. Want to just let you know, Health Quest Physical Therapy is Southeast Michigan's premier providers of physical therapy. Get back to living life to the fullest and visit one of Health Quest's more than 35 convenient locations. See how Health Quest can help at HQPT. That again is HQPT.com.
Well, they're going to try to do the Portillo hot dog race.
So 4:06 left to go. We'll have a slightly extended
maybe
time. No, we will not.
Nope.
All right. So offensive zone draw for Motor City.
I'm hurt. My favorite promotion, they're not going to do it yet.
Well,
I was getting excited.
Do it at the end of the first period, so surprised to see them.
No.
Perks will draw against Wild to the right of White. In the Elmira zone, clean win for Wild. Scooped up by Hunt behind his own net. Far side, battled for Miguel Diaz. Keeps it in deep. Maratea picks it up behind his own net. Surveys the scene. To McGuire. Feed up to the blue line. Poked away. Battle for it. Along the near half wall. Slides back to the red line. Hunt retrieves it for the Mammoth. Tries to get it by Perks. Over the blue line. Perks looking for a partner to send it to. In front. Backhand, and it couldn't go. Oh, a great chance in close for Derek McAma as the puck goes up and out. Right idea from Perks. That's another hustle play from him, but a nice stop by Harley White.
It was, but it was a better play there by number 17, Chris Hunt, who was able to break up McAma's stick before he could get a clean shot off. And again, right place, right time, seeing a lot of guys driving the net hard and fast. But again, credit to, Chris Hunt, tip the cap to him. He was the reason why it's not 3-1 right now.
Ryder gets kicked out of the circle. Vanderweel replaces him. Tie up to a clean win. Milam, left point, throws on net. It's tipped, but it goes away from the net. Milam controls it at the blue line, fakes the slap shot, throws in, patted away. Vanderweel chasing it down on the near boards. Slides to the corner, and then right out in front, no one home, and Jelensky's able to send it back to neutral ice, at least for the moment.
I really like how Milam's coming along. It's very similar to how Ian White was here, mentioned that last night. He's coming along, he's feeling comfortable, understands the speed of the game here in the Fed, and it shows. You can see his veteran presence really bubbling up to the surface right now.
2:55 left to go in the first period. 2-1 Motor City leading Elmira. Both sides jockeying for possession in neutral ice. Koash has it for Motor City. Rink-wide feed, hops over the stick. And working in deep Conway, and we're going to get a penalty, and Merkel's not going to like that. And Elmira's going to go back on the man advantage for the third time this period.
Well, Conway's definitely going to the box. I think Merkel might be going as well, so I don't think it's going to be a power play.
Let's see how the...
Yeah, it's 4-on-4.
Yeah, because that one's, it's up to the official discretion, but those penalties did not happen at the same time.
No.
And if you're Merkel, have a chance to go back on the man advantage. You're down a goal. That's the thing, that there was a stretch where Motor City was taking those penalties. That was frustrating for us up here.
Yeah, and you understand where Merkel's intentions are, protecting a teammate. So his heart's in the right place, but his head is in the wrong place. Now we have some pushing and shoving.
Now it's not
well.
over. It was either Suffredini or Koash having words.
Koash was the one who was getting, and I think he's looking to try to maybe draw another one. But again, Merkel's heart was in the right place. His head was not. It's a bad penalty to take. You just took away a power play. And we'll have 4-on-4.
And no one else going to the box.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll have 4-on-4.
All right, ice will open up a bit with the 4-on-4.
Which favors Motor City. They skate a lot better than Elmira, especially last night. I think the 4-on-4 favors them here too.
And especially in the offensive zone. They were able to work through 5-on-5. See if they can take advantage of the more open ice. Just waiting for the 2 minutes to go up on the board for both sides. And once it does, Gullo and Koash duel in the right wing circle in the Elmira zone. Clean win for Gullo. back to Gibbs, working in his own zone. Poke checked away. Feed to Koash, knocked away by Gullo. Suffredini rings around the boards. Gibbs to the corner. Him and Colton fight for it. Chip behind the net. Inger puts on the brakes. Far side feeds up to Colton just inside the blue line. Throws on net. Misses high and wide left. Suffredini on the left hash marks. Banks it behind the boards, and Gibbs comes away with it. 2:10 to go first period. 2-1 Motor City in the lead. Touch pass. Right side. Koash working around on the backhand. Shot is shouldered away. Oh, Suffredini couldn't beat Gibbs to it. Suffredini gets the puck back to Koash. Shot goes wide. Still loose. White out of position. And the scrambled net's nothing but a puck down in the Motor City end.
I've seen trick shot videos on Instagram. I've never seen it in live action where you can dribble the puck the way Koash did there.
Perks leading the offensive rush, has it poked away. Minute left to go in the 4-on-4. Fields, far corner. Trying to fend off Maratea. 2 black, 2 white jerseys fighting for it. Slides to the far corner. Almost feels like a power play right now for Motor City the way they've been attacking. Elmira has it in the offensive zone. Shot gets lifted up into the netting. 1:18 to go in the first period. 40 seconds left to go to return to 5-on-5 hockey. 2-1 Motor City on top of Elmira.
But again, to go back to that shift though, Dante Suffredini doing a good job, feeling where Koash was the whole time. Both those guys forechecking hard, creating opportunities in the 4-on-4. Heck of a shift for those two. But again, I've never seen a guy dribble a puck in 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 like that in front of the net. That's
the puck
impressive.
Went everywhere except into the net.
Yes,
Racing up right side. Oaks behind the net. Keeps up. Fields trying to direct traffic from the point. He ends up with the puck. Slides in deep. Final minute of the first period. Gaudet to Perks, shot, and it's knocked away. Perks working back behind the net, and it's picked up by Chris Hunt of Elmira. Turned over. Gaudet off the boards to himself, looking for someone to send it to. He just dumps it in deep. We return to 5-on-5 hockey for the final 37 seconds. Jelenskis lost it for a moment. Picked up by, that is Maratea behind the net. Touches it off the glass. Slides right onto Babin. He will let the puck come to him. Chips it out. Ooh, it was almost Hunt that won the race. 17 seconds left to go first period. One last rush for Motor City. Vanderweel can't get by the defender Merkel. Far boards, chipping around, and Elmira gladly take this to the second period. Comes up to the blue line, 3 seconds. They bring it out to neutral ice. The buzzer sounds, and after 20 minutes of play, 3 goals were scored. 2 for Motor City, 1 for Elmira. We'll use this opportunity, take a look at the intermission stats. And intermission stats are brought to you by Triumph Geared Solutions. Machinist jobs are available right here in Metro Detroit. Visit careers.triumphgroup.com to learn more. Ben, recap the first period. What were the final shots on goal? And then we'll take one more look around the Fed before we take a break for the intermission.
Yeah, Motor City back on top. Shots on goal, 12-11 against Elmira. So Motor City, how did they get the 2-1 lead? Well, got out to an early lead thanks to Tommy Cardinal. Cardinal got a goal assisted by Danny Vanderweel and Brad Ryder. And then on the power play, 4 minutes later, Scott Koash got involved. Dante Suffredini and Connor Inger assisting that one. And then, well, on the power play as well, getting even, Elmira. It was that puck luck bounce. Levac gave it right in front, bounced off a Rockers player, and went in past Trevor Babin. That is how we're at 2-1. Around the Fed, Danbury getting some insurance. They now lead 2-0 over Port Huron. Watertown has a 2-1 lead over Delaware, and Carolina still has their 2-1 lead over Binghamton.
Right here at Big Boy Arena, 2-1. Motor City leading Elmira, and that goal for Scott Koash was a milestone, his 25th of the year. He leads Motor City in goals, and well, with that shot, you can sure see why.
Yeah, again, late addition in October. Same thing with Declan Conway. Both those guys, since they became members of the band, have been playing very, very well. They're good front men, keeping the puns alive here. But yeah, no, congrats on a nice milestone. 25 goals in a season. very special Scott Koash can put more in the net as well. But he's looking good, playing well. Dante Suffredini's playing well. Everyone's basically playing well. Carrying over from last night into tonight, playing inspired.
And those two you mentioned, Conway and Koash, on the season, 42 goals, 33 assists. Pretty
Amazing.
good top pairing for the Rockers.
Very good top pairing, and then you add in Connor Inger as well. Inger is a guy, the third guy on that line. People are going to think he's just a backup singer, but no, Inger is a guy who can communicate on the ice, plays very, very well, and I think we're going to have a Pee-wee shootout here.
Yes, we will. So
heck yeah, let's go.
As the young folks take the ice, we will take a break. Motor City leads 2-1 after a period. Be back, start of the second period in a little bit. You are watching Motor City Rockers Hockey on the Rockers YouTube page. Welcome back to Big Boy Arena here in the first intermission. Motor City leading Elmira 2-1. Ben, first period, Motor City gets the first two goals. Elmira gets one back. What are you expecting here in the start of the second?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, we knew Elmira wasn't going to go away, right? Elmira plays teams tough. They don't slink away. Even last night at the second half of the second period, they started to get things going and the offense started to click. So I'm expecting that a little bit more. That's why I would love to see the Rockers get another one here, get a nice insurance goal. I mean, the ice is still tilting in their favor. It's now more of a 150-foot game instead of a 100-foot game the way it mostly was in the first period. But I'm expecting still more of the same. Elmira's not going to go away, so you got to get another goal on them. Get the insurance, come back, because you can't let that puck luck. While it happens, you got to take it. It's the bane of everyone's existence, but it's a real thing. Just don't let it affect you. Get an insurance goal. Maybe add another. It'd be sweet if you can get 4-1 after two.
And it seemed like Motor City in the back half of that period was creating a lot of chaos in front of the net, but White was doing a good job in the scrambly play to keep the puck everywhere, but in the net,
Yep.
But I feel like if you keep getting that in there, good things will happen.
Yeah, definitely. They were creating chaos in front. Again, playing a great game so far. Harley White, since he came in last night, of course, Tommy Proudlook gets put on loan into a foreign land. And when he came in last night, he played really good hockey until Declan Conway decided, I wanted to get a hat trick in the last 3 minutes of the game. So he's carrying it over. He's playing well. But, yeah, he's going to succumb to some pressure. Motor City can keep it going, moving the puck, having guys drive towards the net, make it really, really simplistic offense like that, you're going to get more goals. So I would like to see more guys drive the net. They have creating 2-on-1s, fake 2-on-1s where you have a late trailer. It'd be nice to see, again, adding another goal or two and keeping it maybe a 3-1, 4-1 after this 20 would be really, really nice.
20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. Motor City works left to right. Elmira right to left. Ryder and Gullo will start off the second period on the draw. Scramble for it. Still near the dot, and Leeson comes away with it for Elmira. Only for a moment goes into the crowd. So 9 seconds in, we will get a whistle.
Well, that's different. Normally when you have a whistle that quick, there's a fight.
Right. Yeah, you don't get a whistle that quick into the period. We'll go back to the center dot 9 seconds later. Ryder and Gullo again. Both trying to get a head start, tie up on the draw, and Levac comes away with it for Elmira. Throws it on net from the red line. Blockered away by Babin. Far corner, fight for it. And a hacky sacking it away was Oakes. Brings it along the near boards. Slides to the blue line. Back in his own zone, Ryder. Pressured by Gullo. Leaves for Fields. Yvonne Fields trying to work through a double team. Cannot. Elmira keeping some offensive zone pressure here through the first 40 seconds.
Yeah, doing exactly like they did at the beginning of the first period. Getting pressure, skating hard. Do they keep it up or do they start wiltering like they did 20 minutes ago?
Oakes with the dump, and Motor City makes the line change. In the neutral zone, Vanderweel will default for Suffredini. He horseshoes it around White, gets his part of the backhand stick on it. Koash along the near boards, poked away. Hunt picks it up behind the Elmira net. Far boards, chips off the low glass. Picked up and neutralized by Suffredini. Koash to Conway. Right wing circle, bottom of the circle, feed right wide pass, and Suffredini couldn't settle it down. Shot from the blue line from Colton is absorbed by White. We'll get a whistle. Chance for a little tic-tac-toe passing, just couldn't quite finish there for Motor City.
No, but that's been the offense all night. It's been a delayed trailer or a 2-on-1. It's really, really nice. It's very simplistic offense, but sometimes you don't need to make scoring complicated. Like the way they're playing tic-tac-toe, crashing the net hard. You love to see it.
Motor City off the draw, throws on net once again. White corrals it once again. We'll have another draw for the offensive zone. To the right, Harley White. Perks sends it to the boards. Makema controls it in the corner, back behind the net. Slides to no one in particular, controlled by Jelenkis to center ice. Schmidt can't get by Suffredini. Makema inside his own blue line. Rink wide feed for Colton. Diagonal pass tipped by Perks, controlled at his own blue line by Merkel. Jelenkis can't settle it down, has to chase after it. Goes back to the far wall. Makema on the red line. Drop pass, not on target for Gaudette. Anderson going the other way for Elmira, only for a moment. Perks tips it back to neutral ice, and no one was really chasing after it, and Merkel just swiped a stick at it, sent it in deep. Suffredini on the left side works around one defender, looking for somewhere to pass to. Across the Cardinal, doesn't find his stick. In front, Vanderweel only able to get part of the wood on it, or it's picked up by Pekarski. Flips in deep, we'll have an icing. 7:22 to go in the second, 17:22 to go in the second period. 2-1, Motor City on top of Elmira.
One thing I would have liked from Dante as he crashed down low, maybe stop, wait for a guy to come to the blue line, cycle the puck back. You can't hate on a guy too much for trying a centering pass. I'm not going to harp on it, but he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, decided to go towards the net instead of back and cycling it through. Like the way, though, Dante was playing. I don't like the way that that line in particular was trying to anticipate each other, and when that happened, no one decided to play the puck. Caused for some turnovers.
One icing's followed by another. We'll redo the draw in the Elmira end. Trying to get some flow here in the second period. Been very stop-start.
What, you don't like rush hour traffic?
First period was up and down. It felt like the first 6-7 minutes flew by in a snap.
Yeah.
Feels like we've had a whistle every 15 seconds here to start the second. Defensive zone win for Elmira. Merkel chips it to Jelenskis on the near boards. Fighting for it near the blue line, back in deep, bounces off the end wall, and once again we'll get a cover, and once again we'll get a whistle for a draw, this time in the right wing circle.
Well, just changing sides, everyone changing lines as well. I will say this, for the weekend Harley White's had, getting into a bad situation last night, already down 4-0, he has stepped up to the task, got to tip the cap to number 60, Harley White, playing well from West Brom, Quebec.
Vanderweel off the draw, right in front, shot, and it's knocked away. He had a good look, in close, Vanderweel gets the turnover, throws on net, out in front, Cardinal looking for his second of the night, knocked away. He was back in the corner. Motor City starting to get some offensive pressure. Gullo slides it across all three lines. Picked up by Miguel Diaz. Throws off the far boards. Vanderweel chasing after it. Back behind the net. Cardinal waiting out in front. Vanderweel controls it. Backhand centering feed. And Levac steps in front of it for Elmira. He flips it over all three lines. Winning the race for it. Leeson. And the shot is saved off the right shoulder of Trevor Babin. It was the hustle from Tate Leeson that created the opportunity. But Trevor Babin stands tall.
The Dark Knight presides over Gotham City once again. Big save there for Babin. Oh my God. You know, on that time, the defense had a hard time bailing. It's a beautiful stretch pass, though, for Leeson, using his speed to get in front. Babin, though, squares him up and makes a save.
Now we'll have another power play for Motor City. The digital Macomb Indoor Billboards power play. You can reach over 100,000 people in 1 month all around Macomb County by visiting digitalmacomb.com. 16-13 to go in the second period. McGuire heads to the box for slashing. Motor City a chance to add some insurance. Coash, right wing circle, stick handles, misses just high and wide, trying to pick the top left corner. Colton banks off the far boards. Inger throws it in deep. Coash picks it up behind the net. Coash works by one defender. Far hash marks, back to the point for Colton. Centers, feed back to Coash, left wing circle, shot, and it's saved by White on the near side. Motor City cycling through, keeping the pressure. Suffredini for Inger. Throws on net, and it's swallowed up by White.
Oh, so close, a game of inches. Declan Conway just missing it with his stick for that deflection. Great look, though, by Inger from the point. Love to see it. Just, again, a game of small micro inches there. Conway almost getting the deflection.
Just over 30 seconds into the man advantage for Motor City, trying to extend their 2-1 lead. Coash centering, shot, and he just hits the right shoulder of White. Motor City peppering Harley White here on the man advantage, but White stands tall so far. We'll get another offensive zone draw, and a few new Mammoth players will head out on the ice, trying to stifle this power play of Motor City.
Yeah, Gibbs, Leeson, Gullo, and it looks like Cudmore's the 4 for Elmira.
Coash, clean win off the draw to Suffredini. Slides to Colton, one-timer, and it's saved again by White. He's had a highlight reel just in the first 46 seconds alone in this penalty kill. Harley White keeping Motor City off the board here in the second period.
Man, I've said it before when I'm on color, man. That is sick. That's a sick glove save right there.
Suffredini, right point, hops over his stick. He'll have to reassess. Gullo comes to challenge. Suffredini, right hash marks. Back to the point for Inger, slides to Colton. Another one-timer, this one off the right pad. Looking for the rebound. fighting for it. Conway comes away with it. Near the blue line, chipped away by Leeson. Leeson picks it up the blue line down the left side, trying to work around Conway, forces him behind the net. Colton in the far corner, 45 seconds left to go on the McGuire slashing minor. Elmira killing some time as Cudmore leaves it at center ice, picked up by Koash. Over the blue line, gets poked away by Cudmore. Koash keeps it between the wickets. Back up top to Colton, 30 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Shot goes wide. Conway backhands near the point. Suffredini, slap shot, and it's patted again to the corner. Down to 20 seconds left to go on the Motor City power play. Gibbs trying to shovel pitchfork it out of the zone. Bottom of the left wing circle, banks up the far boards. Conway touches up for Inger. Last 10 seconds of the man advantage. Colton right wing circle, shot, and it's waffle boarded to the corner. And a heck of a penalty kill from Harley White and the Elmira Mammoth. It stays 2-1 Motor City. Suffredini throws on net, slides wide right of the net. Kept in deep. Inger flips to Conway. Gullo pokes away, slides out. No one there to pick it up. First jersey to get there, Tate Leeson for Elmira. McGuire out of the box. Right wing circle, shot, and it's snagged out of midair by Trevor Babin. Makes it look easy and keeps it 2-1 Motor City.
Makes it look easy, but that's a hard swim move. Trevor Babin making a glove save like he's playing the hot corner at Comerica Park. My goodness, and he just casually skates to the bench. Like it's, I just do this all the time, guys. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
13:52 left to go in the second period. Time for our first media timeout. I'm sure everyone on the ice needs one. I'm sure everyone at home needs a second to catch themselves, but why they do. Ben, shots on goal. What's happening around the Fed?
Well, a lot of the shots on goal came off Josh Colton's stick there on the power play. It's because Motor City now leading 11-3 here in the second period. Shots on goal overall in the game, 23-14. Still 2-1 here at Big Boy Arena around the league. 4-0 Danbury piling on the Prowlers. Like to see that. Helps us in the standings. Watertown has a 3-1 lead now over Delaware. Carolina still holding tight with their 2-1 lead over the Black Bears in Binghamton.
Talked about it in the pregame, the reason why this can be so important. Danbury leads Port Huron 4-0, like you said. They're a point ahead of Motor City for that third spot. Motor City gets a win tonight in any fashion. Port Huron loses in regulation. They will flip-flop with a tough stretch coming up for Motor City and a lighter stretch coming up for Port Huron. In the Motor City end, Milam behind his own end line, short feed to Makema. Slides forward Perks over the red line, chipped at the blue. Gaudette backhands in deep. Perks picks it up to Makema behind the net, trying to settle the puck down. Finally does in the near corner. Up to Milam at the point. The left side, walking in, shot, and he picks the top right corner. Nick Medell Diaz sends the water bottle flying. 3-1 Motor City.
Nick Medell Diaz got the first goal last night. It was his first of the season. Gets his second of the season tonight. As you said, sniped the water bottle, took that for a journey. Big shot there for Nick Miguel Diaz, the lefty.
Have a weekend, young man. Second goal, and since he's been welcomed back here to Fraser with open arms, see why we were so excited to get number 18 back on the ice.
Yeah, and the best part is he was below the dot with that shot. It was a shallow angle, went top shelf. Beat White. Beautiful shot, beautiful goal.
Easy save by Babin. Vanderweel up the far side, takes it over all three lines. Can't get by the defender. Merkel pinned him to the boards just enough. Behind the net, Ryder slips out in front, chipping around. Ryder, and the shot's lifted up and over the net into the protective netting. Jamie Milam was sliding down from the point. Don't think anyone saw him, but with the shot Milam has been, we saw it last night. Yep. You can find Milam. That's an opportunity you'd like to take.
Yeah, and he has two gears, a nice little wrister and a very hard slap shot. So he likes to mix it up a little bit. He'll show you one, he'll throw the changeup on the other. There's the hard slap shot right there. Better save there by White.
Milam in the neutral ice, spins around a defender, slides it over the blue line to no avail. Merkel picks it up, for Elmira. Pass picked off by Conway. He tumbles to the ice. No arm goes up. Motor City bench wanted a tripping call that never came. Merkel throws on just wide of the net. Babin lets it slide by. Sliding into the Elmira zone, White backhands it at the last moment, just got through the stick of Conway. Far boards, Oakes picks it up in his own zone, banks off the far wall to Miguel Diaz, just made it 3-1 with the snipe in the top corner a moment ago. Merkel, far side bank pass to Richards, he keeps it in deep. Levac looked for Gullo, just about a step too short. Gullo back to Levac. Two guys on either side of him. Levac taking his time, pressured to the near corner. Backhands up to Cudmore, tries to get it through traffic. Conway got a stick on it. Conway gets taken to the ice, and an easy penalty call for the official. Motor City going back on the man advantage. Ben, that was a necessary penalty to take for Elmira.
Well, we're going to take a trip down to Thesaurus. That's a gratuitous penalty right there. Painful and obvious. Cudmore knew he was beat. Koash knew he was beat. That's why he offered the puck to Conway, and he just took him down at center ice. Very gratuitous, but hey, we'll take it. Go back on the power play. Maybe we can go 2 for 3 here.
Back on the Digital Macomb Indoor Billboards power play. Reach over 100,000 people in a month by visiting digitalmacomb.com. Trying to go up 4-1. Conway gives it in low. Inger back to Suffredini at the blue line. Leaves back for Inger, wink wide feed. Colton slides down. Koash fakes the pass. Shots on net, and it's tipped in! Declan Conway gets out in front, gets just enough of the puck, makes it 4-1, Motor City.
Declan Conway wanted some revenge after he was taken down on the ice. Beautiful feathering pass to the slot. Conway got the tip of the blade, went right past to the far side post, snuck there nicely. I love the way, though, how he leaks out. He felt the pressure by Gibbs, leaves the body a little bit. Gibbs doesn't realize he's there, and by the time he realizes he's not on him anymore, taps it in. Beautiful goal by number 44. Absolutely love it.
All Cudmore could do was delay the inevitable of Declan Conway. That goal, number 18 on the year, number 4 on the weekend.
I got to buy a lottery ticket. I'm speaking a lot of things into existence. Well, we have some fans.
We will have a short delay, but it's 4-1 Motor City.
Yep. Yeah,
that was a really nice power play after the last one for Motor City, where it didn't end up with a goal, but you liked how they were cycling through. You liked what they were doing, and then that time it's Conway. He didn't get a lot of it. He got barely the edge of his stick blade on it, but he tips it by. That was a nice looking goal for Declan Conway, getting in and around the crease.
Yeah, and it was, again, a nice feathering pass by Scott Koash. Koash was waiting. Beautiful play by Colton to keep it in at the far side. And then, of course, Koash and Conway, they've been a nice dynamic duo. Beautiful feathering pass to the far side post. Absolutely great execution on the Digital Macomb power play.
And how about the response from Motor City? They go up 2-0. The response from Elmira to make it 2-1 on kind of a fluky goal. Come out in the second period, not even halfway through, 4-1 Motor City. Thing they hadn't done in years past, or in games past, is bury a team when they have an opportunity.
Yeah.
Hoping for the second night in a row, Motor City has the momentum. They bury Elmira and take all 6 points in a weekend.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Getting a weekend series would be great. You know, again, getting 6 points, getting back to third. But the thing I like about the way that the game has been going on here for Motor City is that they've been dictating the pace. Not just are they burying the opportunities that they have to bury. Sometimes in games, Motor City's had more opportunities, but they couldn't bury them. But it's the one thing I like about this game that's different. Not only are they burying those opportunities, but they are dictating every part of the game. Good forecheck, great back pressure, excellent goaltending. It has been an absolutely complete affair here for Motor City.
And again, we talked about it before. This is a big weekend.
Yeah.
Elmira's been struggling a bit. you have the toughest part of your schedule coming up. 2 at home to Carolina. Then you have 3 at home to Columbus, and you follow that up with another 3 on the road to Carolina. You got to take points where you can get them, because after this, the next 8 games are going to be really, really tough to get your face in top 2 teams in your division, and arguably the 2 top teams in the league.
Yeah, and then it doesn't get much easier after that. After you go to Carolina to play 3, you have Binghamton. Binghamton is stingy. Those Black Bears like to hunt. So you're going to go host them here at Big Boy Arena. And then, of course, we meet up with our friends, the Prowlers, after that, which is always tough games. You know, Port Huron plays Motor City tough no matter what. So very tough stretch coming up.
Those are going to be games that can see just where you're going to stand getting ready for the playoff push. Back to hockey action, 11:14 to go, second period, 4-1. Racing in, Inger drops to Koash, left wing circle, shot, and it's knocked away. Inger on the backhand, off the right pad of White. Elmira down the right side. Schmidt takes it into the zone. Sends up, Fields over the blue line. Dumps in, fighting for possession. Tries to kick it behind the net. In the far corner off the backhand. Hunt picks it up for Elmira. Rink wide pass hits the skate of Conway. Corralled by Schmidt. He's been handling the puck a little more. Throws on net. And a high stick attempt won't go for Hunt. He reached well up and over the crossbar trying to bat that one in.
Yeah, surprised they're actually letting Elmira play after that high stick. Should have had a little bit of a delay there, but, well, play continues. But, yeah, Jamie Schmidt, not a guy who can throw fists, but actually he's got some hockey skill to him as well.
Schmidt with 1 goal on the year, 3 assists again. He's there more for his fists than his hands with the stick. Makema along the near boards lost the puck for a moment, fighting for it to neutral ice. McGuire takes it along the near half wall. Pass gets lifted to the far corner. Perks pinned to the boards. Miguel Diaz comes in to help for Motor City, trying to get it away from McGuire. Elmira trying to stop the 2 unanswered goals from Motor City. Get back into this game. Babin touches behind the net. Richards forces the turnover in the offensive zone. Rink wide feed, hits the corner. McGuire can't handle it cleanly. Backhanded to Perks. Sliding down the right side, and it goes into the zone. Cudmore controls it for Elmira. 9:15 to go, second period. 4-1 Motor City leading Elmira. We'll get a whistle. We'll get a media timeout. 9:13 to go in the second. And Ben, shots on goal. And what's been going on in the Fed? We're about halfway through all of tonight's games.
Well, Danbury burying Port Huron 6-0. They've added 2 more goals since the last time we took a break.
Close game a night ago. That was 2-1 until basically at the end of the game.
Yeah, the hat tricks, pulling a rabbit out of their hat and really playing a different sleight of hand, if I keep up the magic trick pun. But yeah, Watertown extended their lead. They now have a 4-1 lead over Delaware. Of course, 4-1 here at Big Boy Arena, and then still 2-1 Carolina over Binghamton. The Black Bears hanging tough. They just can't get back into it. Shots on goal here in the second period. 16-5 in favor of Motor City. 28-16 for the entire game.
Yeah, Motor City was actually outshot last night.
Yeah.
I mean, Elmira didn't have a lot of high-quality chances, but tonight, Motor City pouring it on, like you said, especially here in the second period. Outplaying Elmira 4-1. Motor City in the lead. More than halfway through this game.
Well, and then any Red Wings fans at home, they're down 1-0 against Tampa. And that's a big game at LCA as well. So
here at Big Boy Arena, it's 4-1 Motor City. An offensive zone draw and an opportunity for Motor City to add on to their advantage. Right or off the draw, tied up. Pass was broken up by Elmira's McGuire. Feed looked for Richards. Was he able to get a stick on it? The officials say he was. Vanderweel in his own zone. Chips to the blue line, Ryder touch pass up to Cardinal, racing into the zone on the half wall. Takes it into the corner, forced off the puck for a moment. Gibbs breaking up the attempt. Pass out front to Cardinal, hops over a stick to Colton. At the point, throws high and wide of the net, hits off the glass. Suffredini goes in deep, trying to fish the puck out of there. Slip to the neutral zone, hops over the stick of Richards. Ben, you talked about it in the first period. Hard to find the tape of a lot of these Elmira players. Had that last night as well.
Yeah, again, they skate hard, they're playing well, but again, when it comes to passing, finding tape to tape, they're not as crisp as they should be, and that's what's been the difference. It's created giveaways. It's created forechecking opportunities as well. Elmira, if they can find tape to tape and get a little more consistency, they're going to be dangerous.
Colton rings up the boards, icing waved off. Cudmore plays it behind his own net. Pressured, short feed to Leeson. The leading scorer for Elmira gets tripped up. Conway touches the puck. And Elmira will go on the man advantage. Declan Conway will head to the box for two. And you get a little bit of an argument from Conway as he heads to the sin bin. 7:53 to go in the second period as we head back on the Kustra Law penalty kill for all your legal needs around the Metro Detroit area, including getting out of the penalty box. Visit KustraLaw.com.
I don't know if Conway actually tripped Leeson. I think Leeson bit it on his own. Just watch the replay. It's a little close. The stick was at his thigh, but he did not technically trip him. But again, you'll go with the letter of the law. It is what it is.
Off the draw, Gullo takes it at the point along the half wall. Elmira, if they want to get back in this game, now's as good a time as any. Cut it to a 2-goal deficit. Out in front, and Oakes sends it all the way down. Maratea will chase after it as White touches it behind his own net. Maratea up the middle of the zone, pass to the near side. Levac has the only goal for Elmira on the power play. Leafs releasing, cross crease pass, tipped away. Maratea couldn't get enough on it. Babin back up and in the net. Gullo fakes the slap shot, gives far side. Maratea back to Gullo. He uses the skates to pin the puck down into the right wing circle. Leeson slides in deep for Gullo. Levac battling behind the neck. 1:06 to go on the man advantage for Elmira. 6:57 to go in the period. Leeson, far hash marks. Holding it in the corner. Oakes going to let him stick handle as long as he wants it. Close Levac. Couldn't get a clean shot. Flipped up in out of the zone. Motor City will race off for a change. 48 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Rockers. Levac to Richardson, just a touch too far. Miguel Diaz throws it off the glass, and a little more time comes off the power play for Elmira.
Yeah, White did a good job playing the puck, caught Motor City in a line change, but credit Nick Miguel Diaz. Had a great weekend so far, came off the bench with his hair on fire, separated the puck. It was nice.
Koash forces the turnover, right wing circle, cross ice pass, and it doesn't find the home. A shorthanded attempt broken up by Chris Maratea, selling out. 15 seconds left to go as the shot from Richards misses high and wide, down to 10 seconds on the man advantage. Merkel will bring it back to his own blue line. Up the far side, down to 3 seconds, one last opportunity. Schmidt brings it in close, shot goes wide, and Conway comes out of the box. Kustra Law penalty killed off, back to 5-on-5 hockey. Conway, pass hits the stick of Wild, stays deep in the Rockers' end. Along the near side, puck slides, Merkel picks it up for Elmira. 5.5 minutes to go here in the middle frame, 4-1. Motor City on top of Elmira. They have not trailed all weekend long. Anderson over the blue line, right wing circle, shot, and it gloved again by Babin. Heck of a show by Babin. Second time tonight he's gotten that trapper up and picked it out of midair, and again, calm and cool, acts like he's done it before.
Well, he has done it before. For him, that's like walking to the mailbox, getting your mail, and coming back inside. Trevor Babin makes the spectacular save look mundane and pedestrian, which is what he does. That's why Laporte even tapped him on the pad saying, hey man, good save.
5:08 to go, second period, 4-1 Motor City. In neutral ice, Gaudette to the near side. Leaves back for Perks. Puts on the brakes, leaves to Colton. Hash marks, Colton walks in deep, shot off the chest of White. Back behind the net, Cudmore up the near side. Puck sliding around, Perks had it. Feed won't find a home. Colton has to pick it up behind his own net. Motor City defenseman surveys the scene, dissects the defense. Short pass to the far side. Suffredini taking his time, stick handling in his own zone. He's pressured by Laporte. Suffredini gives back for Colton, a very patient Motor City breakout. Gaudette comes back to his own zone, picks up the puck, had it knocked away by Jelenskis for a moment. Pass knocked away by Levac. Back in the Motor City zone. Suffredini jousting with Jelenskis back behind the net. Cardinal tried to throw a hit, couldn't find the mark. Elmira trying to generate some pressure. Stop the bleeding a bit, down 4-1 here, under 4 minutes to go in the second period. Perks had it poked away on the far boards by Gibbs. Flips up to Gullo. Gullo and Leeson. Gives back to the back, left wing circle, big slap shot. It's loose and a big save and a better clear by Josh Colton to avoid any more danger.
Babin just has eyes for the puck. Really does. Seeing it well all the way in, squaring up nicely, using the hand-like reflexes, playing well like he always does.
Koash paws the puck down to himself. Back to the net. Pass goes to Inger. Backhand feed off the boards. Collected by Fields to Conway. Dumps in deep to the left corner. No one there but Gibbs to pick it up for Elmira. 3:10 to go in the second period. 4-1 Motor City in the lead. Offensive zone feed out in front. Conway looking for his second goal with a tip out in front. Hops over his stick to safety. Conway out in front. Fields. Shot and it's gloved by White. Able to grab the low hard shot. And we'll go to our final media timeout of the second period. 2:58 to go in this middle frame. 4-1 Motor City on top. Ben, what are the shots on goal? And seemed to be a high-scoring night in the Fed tonight.
Yeah, it has been. Well, let's give you the shots on goal here. Elmira climbing back into it. Motor City, though, still leading here in the second period. 16-7 shots on goal in the second period. 28-18 overall in the game. Of course, we know here at Big Boy Arena, it's a 4-1 lead for the good guys. Let's check out. Well, Binghamton got back one. They now tie Carolina at 2. Watertown adds an additional one. They now lead 5-1. And Danbury still holding a chokehold on Port Huron with their 6-0 lead in Danbury, Connecticut.
Danbury, a tough place to go play. A long trip for Port Huron. Yeah, that's never tough going out to the East Coast.
No.
That's pretty spread out. There aren't a lot of short road trips, at least for us in Port Huron.
I was gonna say, we just gotta go down 94. It's not terrible. But yeah, everyone else though, you gotta cross state lines. Sometimes you have to cross the Mason-Dixon, to go play a couple of games at other rinks. But yeah, that's why, again, the games are a little bit different for road teams and home teams. If you can get home ice advantage in the playoffs, it's really going to benefit you, and that's why these games and the standings mean more and more. And if you can snowball and get a win streak going like we had in the middle part of the beginning of the season, it would be great. You can jump back up to number 2 and get home ice advantage.
2:45 left to go. Second frame of the game. 4-1, Motor City in the lead. Neutral ice, Cardinal collects it on the logo, sends to the far boards, banks off. Merkel back to neutral ice into the Rocker zone. McGuire in deep, and the shot from a tough angle, controlled by Babin, with a draw in the Rockers' end.
Yeah, McGuire was just pinned out to the boards. That's an easy save. You want to make those saves 9 times, 10 times out of 10. A guy coming out from the far side, it's a hard shot to make. Center mass, easy save for Babin. He would take that matchup all the time. Speaking of which, we're seeing tons of matchups. Kids going to the Genesis Kid Zone getting swords. We've had sword fights all along the concourse here.
We've had on the concourse, on the ice, and right now, Motor City winning the battle on the scoreboard, 4-1.
I was going to say, in 2 minutes, you want a duel? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Final couple of minutes here in the second period. Koash, feed to Conway in front, shot, and it's patted away. Rebound, chipped up into the glove of Harley White. A rush for Motor City, neutralized by the glove of White. He's faced some tough shots. I know the 4 goals isn't a great number to have up. He's made some big saves to keep this game from getting out of hand.
Yeah, again, we've said it before in this game. Harley White's had a really good weekend, even though it's not going to reflect it on the score sheet, maybe not even the stat sheet. But as he's played, he's playing well, he's playing tough. And you got to respect what number 60 is doing in between the pipes.
Schmidt, cross-ice pass, doesn't find a home. Conway on the counter rush, top of the left wing circle, feeds across just behind Inger. You'd like to have Inger have that opportunity in close. He has the hands to bury that. Laporte, horseshoes around the boards. Milam in his own end, slides it to neutral ice. Hunt backhands, Conway gets in the way. Conway, cross-ice feed, in close, the backhand, and it's saved by White. Another scramble for it, Koash poking at it, still not frozen, and finally the whistle blown. Oh, if White was an inch shorter, it's 5-1 Motor City. Instead, he gets that toe out on the left foot and keeps the puck in the crease.
Yeah,
stays 4-1.
He's wearing white pads for a reason. You can call him white out. Totally blocked that puck, stopped the 5-hole. Inger kind of lost the puck as he went in, but he had the 5-hole opportunity. It was closed. Then Koash crashing hard, baby toe save, and White able to cover it up. Tip of the cap again to number 60. White out doing a good job.
Off the draw, Perks to Miguel Diaz. Back around the boards, Gaudette tips to Perks. Out in front, couldn't find the stick of Makema. A minute and 15 seconds left to go in the second period. Levac, slap shot through traffic, never had a prayer, misses wide. Levac tracks down his own rebound behind the net to Leeson. Far side, Gullo looking for some room to work, doesn't find it, has to send to Cudmore near the blue line. Return to Gullo, top the right wing circle, shot deflected by Miguel Diaz. That's Leeson, picks it up behind the net, leaves for Gullo. Right hash marks Gullo, shot tipped wide. Miguel Diaz picks it up, 45 seconds left to go in the middle frame. Motor City leads 4-1. Makema, rink wide pass, just a hair too strong for Gaudette. They're going to say Gaudette got part of the puck, no icing. Cudmore stands behind White, waiting for the line change to finish. One final rush here in the second period. Cudmore taking his time as Richards picks it up behind the net. Over the blue line, the red. Now the Rockers blew Richards into the offensive zone. Right wing circle shot, patted away and frozen by Trevor Babin. 14 seconds left to go on the scoreboard before our final intermission.
Yeah, Babin fought that one off just a little bit. Wasn't as clean as most of his saves tonight, but was able to get his right leg to stop the puck. He was able to cover it up with 14.2.
Off the draw, quick shot into the chest of Babin. He swallows that up off the stick of Luke Richards. And another face-off just over 2 seconds later. Tie up off the draw. Far corner. On the blue line, Sufferdini off the far boards. Neutral ice, 2 seconds left. Shot on goal. Patted away by Babin. And at the end of 40 minutes, it is Motor City ahead 4-1 with 1 period left to go. Ben, Rockers are 20 minutes away from sweeping a weekend series. It's been a while since we said that they've done that.
Yeah, they're playing well, looking to get 6 points. It'd be nice to get all 6. They're playing tough. Again, yeah, you're right. It would be nice to say you can get all 6 points, especially in a pivotal weekend.
Well, time for our intermission stats, brought to you by Triumph Geared Solutions. Machinist jobs are available right here in Metro Detroit. Visit careers.triumphgroup.com to learn more. Over to Ben for the intermission stats.
Yeah, shots on goal for the game, 33-22 in favor of Motor City. They won the second period, 21-11. Let's recap the scoring for you. If you're just joining us, the first period had 3 goals, 2 for Motor City, 1 for Elmira. Tommy Cardinal started the scoring with 3:23 into the period. Was able to get a nice feed from Danny Vanderweel, right centered in front, and he buried it top shelf. Scott Koash was able to get one on the power play, was stalking the near side circle, fired a beautiful shot. He got number 25 of the year. And then, of course, Elmira evened it, got back into it, not evened up the score, but evened up on the power play. There was a puck luck goal by Mo Levac. That was 2-1, and then after that second period, Nick Medel-Diaz gets his second of the weekend, second of the season. And then, of course, Declan Conway getting that beautiful tap-in from a nice feathering pass from Scott Koash. And that is how we got to 4-1. Around the league, still 6-0 in favor of Danbury over Port Huron. Watertown still has that 5-1 lead over Delaware. And Carolina retook the lead. They now have a 3-2 lead over Binghamton.
Well, we'll take our break again. Motor City leads 4-1, 20 minutes away from what would be another big 3 points for the Motor City Rockers. We'll take a break and hopefully see you back here for the third period. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey here on the Motor City Rockers YouTube page. Back here at Big Boy Arena in Fraser, Michigan. Motor City leading Elmira 4-1. It's been a fun weekend here. Reminder that next weekend we will have more action for you. We're in the middle of a very long homestand. You guys are going to get sick of us here at Big Boy Arena. If you want to come down for the games next weekend when they take on the Carolina Thunderbirds, you can do so. Go to mcrockershockey.com/tickets or come up to the gate here at Big Boy Arena. We'd love to see you down because, Ben, right now, Rockers playing some pretty solid hockey. Looking to take the weekend series, take all 6 points from Elmira in kind of dominant fashion.
Yeah, they are. They're playing really good hockey. And, of course, you mentioned next week we split against Carolina. Probably should have walked away with 2 there. But, yeah, tonight looking pretty easy to find a 6-point weekend. And, you know, we've mentioned it before. It's been a while since that's happened. We've been going on and off. And, again, the last time we got a 6-point weekend was against Elmira in Elmira at the beginning of the month. So
that was seemed to be the good luck charm. Hopefully they can finish off this last 20 minutes. Motor City has not trailed at all through the first game and 2/3 of this weekend. A 4-1 lead going into third. Hopefully these Rockers can finish it off. They did so last night, looking to do it once again. Ryder can't win the draw. It is Anderson that gets the first touch for Elmira, and the third frame is underway. Oakes tracks it down behind the net for Elmira, or for Motor City.
I'm going to quickly correct myself because technically it was 5 points, not 6. It was an overtime win. If you want a true 6-point weekend, we have to go all the way back to December 2nd and 3rd against Delaware.
And that was right in the midst of when Motor City was playing some of their best hockey. Like to see that return to form. Vanderbilt pass out in front. One-timer. Tommy Cardinal buries it. 5-1 Motor City.
At least Tommy forgives me. He took it out on the puck, but my goodness, Tommy Cardinal got the first period started with a goal, getting the third period started with a goal, and the route is on.
Beautiful feed back to Cardinal, and there wasn't much Harley White could have done with that one. That was a blast from point blank. Second of the night for Tommy Cardinal. He has 15 on the year, and, well, you want to put a team away, say you have no chance of coming back in this game. That's how you do it, a goal in the first 30 seconds of the third period to give you a 4-goal advantage.
Again, another beautiful centering pass. We've seen that a lot tonight. Right in front, Tommy buries it.
19:09 left to go in the third period. Tommy Cardinal whizzes one past Harley White. 3 unanswered for Motor City. At neutral ice, Conway walks it into the zone. Over to Inger in the corner, back to Conway, slides by him. Koash controls it far side, rings it back around. Conway lets it go by. Gibbs picks it up only for a moment. Conway back behind the net, spins off the defender. Feed out in front, taps over the stick of Koash, kept in the zone by Colton. Over to Suffredini on the near side shot. Hits off of Markle, slides harmlessly to the far boards. Gibbs flips it up and out of the zone over all 3 lines. Colton gets enough of it, start a breakout. Koash only had it for a moment before Gibbs takes it away. Gibbs over to Markle on the near side. Back to the Rockers' blue line. Colton going backwards before he sends the pass forward. Sufferdini's feed. Gets just enough to Koash. Inger into the zone. Left wing circle works around one defender. Backhand feed in close. And Makema trying for a 360 goal is knocked away by Harley White.
Yeah, speaking of Makema, we're going to go back to Nick Miguel Diaz's goal in the second period really quick. Makema got the hockey assist. Jamie Milam was the one who passed it to Nick Miguel Diaz. So Milam's going to get another point on the weekend as well. He, of course, getting a goal yesterday. So just want to update people back at home that we got that fixed on our end.
17:30 left to go, third period. Motor City, the last 3 goals to take a 5-1 advantage over Elmira. Looking for their first 6-point weekend since early December. Richards, bottom of the right wing circle, shot up and beats Babin on the short side. Luke Richards answers with his 8th of the year. 5-2 Motor City leads, but Elmira not going away quietly.
Nope, and thought Babin made the save. Babin thought he made the save. It just slipped right through the sweater. Maybe a hole was a little too big, but Luke Richards getting a big one there. The first true goal of the game. Not to take any away from Moke Levac. That was puck luck. That was a pure goal, and it's a 5-2 game.
And of the 4 goals that Motor City's given up this weekend, that's the first one that you go, that really any blame falls on Trevor Babin. He never liked to get beat short side like that. But Babin has been stout in net. I thought he played a really nice game last night. Neither of those 2 goals were his fault. And the first one tonight, again, like you said, just some bad luck. First time Elmira really just gotten one on Babin.
Yeah.
Ryder in the offensive zone, top of the right wing circle to the hash marks, puts on the brakes, surveys the seam to the corner. Vanderweel fighting with Ryder for it, and coming away is Cudmore. Can't get it out of the zone. Ryder in front of it. Slides it in front of the net, but Elmira picks it off. Down the right side. Working for it, Schmidt. Back behind the net. Motor City with the puck. Pass to Vanderweel off the mark. Diagonal dump. Nearly catches Fields in the cheek. Bows out of the way as Elmira takes the line change. 16-17 to go in the third period. 5-2. Motor City in the lead. Each side has netted a goal here in the third. Fields. The Koash in the far corner. Flips to neutral ice. Hops by 2 Mammoth players. Inger tried to tip to Conway. No one could seem to settle that puck down. Both sides had an opportunity to. Instead, Motor City in their own zone with the puck.
Conway's calling for it in the far side.
Conway, backhand feed along the blue line. No one on the receiving end. Elmira has the puck. Gullo into the zone. Feed to the left side, returns to Gullo, tipped and sticked away. Motor City working the other side. Conway over the blue line. Right wing circle, throws on net. Still loose out in front. And a shot saved from Inger. He had time to settle the puck down. White in good position.
Yeah, Inger thought he could catch him off guard, spin around and fire. Almost still got it, but you would have liked him to take maybe an extra beat to settle himself.
Over the blue line. Hunt on the right side. Centers to Wiley. Has a chance in front. Gloved by Babin. Keeps it at a 5-2 advantage for Motor City.
Well, Babin seems to shrug off that goal and makes a nice glove save. I don't know if there's a true weakness to Trevor Babin. Honestly, we've seen him play a lot of games. He has a good glove side, a good stick side. When he squares up, he can anticipate in a crowd. Maybe it's high glove side if there's a weakness of Babin, but there's not many.
Well, the biggest one for Trevor Babin is controlling his emotions at times.
There is that as well.
He plays with the edge, and you have to be authentic. But he's got to learn. Just got to figure out how to walk the line at times, because he's been really solid this week and shows what he can do. Motor City missed him those 4 games.
Oh my
he was
goodness,
gone.
did they ever?
They missed him dearly, and availability is an ability. Is another save by Babin. Patted away in front. Tip Makema. The right wing circle, off the high glass.
I mean, you don't lose those games against Mississippi if Babin's in net. No offense to Blake Scott.
You can definitely make the argument that points were left on the table.
Yep.
And that's what we talked about a little bit last night and again tonight is Motor City hasn't had a full squad a lot this season. A lot of it was self-inflicted due to suspensions, due to things like that, as an offsides call. We go to the media timeout. But when Motor City has the full lineup in, they play pretty darn good hockey. It's just getting everyone on the ice at the same time.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, again, don't even have your head coach. Gordy's not here either. So, yeah, when everyone's here, we've said it before, this is a top 4 team in the league. And it's not by accident, it's purely by design. Nick Fields has done a tremendous job with Gordy Brown building and maintaining this roster. Corey Swider doing an excellent job with the defense. Corey's a humble guy. He's going to say, no, it's all them. But Corey's been coaching for a while. He's helping out. And then Giuliano also doing a good job managing the forwards this past weekend. The forwards have come alive. And you got to tip the cap to both those guys being thrust in a bad situation. Unfortunately, because Coach Brown's not here. But again, Giuliano doing good work. Corey Swider doing good work in his absence.
14-11 to go in the third period. 5-2 Motor City leads at the first media timeout. Real quick, Ben, shots on goal and updates from around the league.
Well, tied at 4 here in the third period for either team. 37-26 for the game in favor of Motor City. Danbury adds another one. It is now 7-0. Watertown adding a couple. They now lead 6-2 over Delaware. And Carolina and Binghamton, that game is still a 3-2 game in favor of Carolina.
Binghamton, no Nikita Ivashkin for Binghamton. He's not with that Black Bear team. That surely changes the dynamic over in the Empire Division.
Yes, it does.
Here at Big Boy Arena, 3-goal lead for Motor City, 14 minutes until the final horn of regulation. Oakes on the near side. Diagonal dump hits the right hand of Hunt. Tries to get it out of the zone. The skate of Fields keeps it in just for the moment. Ryder over the blue line. Slides towards the net. Hunt steps in front of the puck. Ryder, low left wing circle, and it's boarded away by White. He'll cover it up. 13:35 to go in the third. 5-2. Motor City in the lead.
Yeah, Motor City, again, doing a good job. You know, they did, again, let one come back, but still dominating play, forcing giveaways, really good forecheck tonight. And I think that is because of Jonathan Giuliano. Just telling guys, hey, the defense is there, play a little more aggressive, smother the puck, you guys can get there. And they've been doing it this weekend. This forecheck has been as strong as we've seen it in quite some time.
Oakes straight away on the point for the blue line, throws on net, tip just wide left of the net. Motor City looking for one more insurance goal. Elmira with the latest goal to cut the deficit to 3. 13 minutes left to go in the final stanza. Neutral ice feed, controlled by Schmidt. Gives back for Levac. Behind the net, Motor City picks it up. Trying to work out of the zone. Inger skating backwards, has it on the backhand. To Koash, top of the right wing circle. Stick handle, throws just wide of the net. Suffredini back between the blue lines. D-to-D pass to Colton. Return to center to Suffredini. And again to Colton. Waiting for the full line change. Gaudette and Perks spill over the boards. Out there with Makima, the third forward. Makima chases after it down the near half wall. Spinning off of it. Perks pokes it back to Makima. Slides up to Suffredini. Pass and a close shot for Perks. Just goes wide of the net. Had the look he wanted. Couldn't quite get it on net. Suffredini working around the defender, Marco. Suffredini in front. Makima gets knocked off the puck, and an easier save from Harley White thanks to the defense on the back check.
Dante Suffredini is having a heck of a game, playing well, even coming down, cheating the blue line a little bit, but doing it with respect. Dante Suffredini playing an absolute of a gem tonight of a game. Unfortunately, he couldn't get rewarded to be on the score sheet.
Colton behind his own net to Suffredini. Pass gets knocked away. Leeson, left wing circle, throws wide right of the net. Stays in the zone. Merkel comes up, chips it back in deep. Suffredini in the dirty areas fighting with Wild. On the right wing circle, pokes out the stick, trying to send it to safety. Perks picks it up for Motor City, takes it between the blue lines. Perks slides it back behind the net. Waiting for the line change from Motor City. Elmira could only control it for a minute. Cardinal keeps it in, flubs the pass. Gets the turnover. Cardinal, right wing circle, shot, and he misses high and wide. Rings off the glass all the way back to the center ice logo. 11:01 to go, third period. 5-2 Motor City leads Elmira as White thought about freezing it. He'll continue play. Nick Miguel Diaz behind his own net. Sends to neutral ice to no one in particular. Pekarski has it, sends to Cudmore. Halfway horseshoes around before Babin stops it behind his own net. On the far corner. Across the way, McGuire keeps it in deep. Puck sliding towards White, won't make it to him. Blake Cudmore, the defender for Elmira, picks it up. Chipped in deep. Went a while without a whistle, down to 10:17 to go in the third period. 5-2. Motor City leading Elmira. Rink-wide pass settled down by Conway, and now we'll get the offside call. Go back to neutral ice for the face-off.
Yeah, just bounced over his stick, tried to settle it down, thought he could, but it bounced over his stick, crossed the blue. It's going to be an offsides every time, that one. That one's pretty easy to call, even though Conway's a little frustrated. But, again, it's pretty black and white at that point.
Halfway through the third period, 5-2. Motor City in the lead, looking to finish out what would be their first weekend sweep in points since early December when the Delaware Thunder were in town. Trying to get ready for that playoff push. 16 games to go after tonight for Motor City.
God, man, this season has flown by, hasn't it?
It has. It's had its ebbs and flows, and Motor City trying to work out of one of the not as great parts of the season. They can finish out this game. Be a nice setup before a tough stretch. Inger throws high, wide right of the net. Oakes keeps it in after a couple of slaps at the puck.
Man, October 16th literally feels like it was a month or two ago, doesn't it?
It has been. The season has gone by quickly. Now you're starting to think about playoff positioning.
Yep.
Both these teams currently in fourth place in their division. Elmira fighting with Watertown for a spot in the standings, where Motor City with their rivals with Port Huron trying to get up to third. Out in front, and Cardinal couldn't get the hat trick. Puck slides to the near corner. Under 9 minutes to go in the third. 3-goal Motor City lead Suffredini. Rink wide pass, walking in close, and Ryder can't pick the corner.
Oh, that was close.
Along the near half wall, slides between the blue lines. Ryder has it as the Rockers touch back up to the far side. Cardinal shovels it in deep. Ryder can't get to it. White got there first behind his own net. Cardinal pins Lease into the boards. It leaks out, controlled by Hunt over the red line. Now the Rockers blue on the half wall. Backhand feed goes parallel with the end line, bounces off the boards. Shot attempt doesn't find the net. Back to neutral ice. Elmira needs to touch up. Had a lot of flow in this third period. Clock has been melting away. The clock, the ally of Motor City. Wild, far corner on the hash marks, gets tipped, and it can't be settled down by Merkel. Get a whistle and a hand pass call as we go to the media timeout. 7:57 to go in the third period. Still 5-2, Motor City in the league. Ben, what are the shots on goal? What's going on around the FPHL?
Well, the last time we spoke, it was 4-4. Now it's 10-4 in favor of Motor City. The offense really starting to click. Leading overall shots on goal in the game, 43-26, almost doubling up Elmira tonight. Of course, we know it's 5-2 here at Big Boy Arena. Still 7-0. Danbury over Port Huron. Carolina has a 3-2 lead over Binghamton. Watertown still holding their 6-2 lead over Delaware. So nothing really changing there.
Last night, a lot of close games. Tonight, really, Carolina and Binghamton, the only one that's, well, within a couple of goals. One game tomorrow in the Fed. Carolina up to Binghamton for a 3-game set. And we'll get one of those in a couple of weeks when Columbus comes to town for 3. And Ben, you got to shift your mentality, don't you? With Carolina, You have 4 games against them in the next 3 weekends. You have 5 against Carolina, 3 against Columbus. You have to shift into that playoff mentality, don't you? Start maybe back checking a little harder. These are almost dress rehearsals for when the real thing comes in April.
And that's why it's a good thing that the offense has been clicking tonight and last night against Elmira. You can find things that are working, things you can use to build on. Because, at this point, you got to flip your mentality. You have to have a killer instinct. You just can't have an off night anymore. Granted, with the way the Fed is set up, you can't really have an off night. You like to have more nights on than off. But really, from this point forward, you got to have that killer mentality. You got to keep that switch flipped up, and you got to be ready to go.
Let's talk about the parity of the Fed, because around Christmas it looked like there was a distinct divide from the top and the bottom.
Yep.
There was a patriarchy that Danbury and Columbus were kind of at the top. Pucks patted away by White. Those two seemed untouchable. It seemed like teams like Delaware and Mississippi were going to be at the bottom. Those teams improved, and I know Danbury's playing well tonight, but them and Columbus have both looked a little more mortal in the last month or so.
They really have, and of course when Danbury was here, they looked a little bit mortal, thought we should have stole one, but of course puck luck prevented that one, losing the second game in overtime after we had a lead. But you're right, I mean, and then after that, Carolina's been good, Port Huron's been playing well, we've been playing well after our slump in January, so things are starting to right the ship. In the Empire, Watertown, after they did their shake-up, they got Moscow, they've been playing better. So yeah, parity is abound, and Binghamton, of course, is going to be Binghamton. Binghamton's not a bad club by any stretch of the imagination, holding strong at second with their 78 points. Of course, everyone wants to overlook Binghamton, but you can't overlook Binghamton. No way.
Yeah, Nikita Avashka did not play for them tonight. That would be a difference maker for Binghamton. Here at Big Boy Arena, 6:27 to go in the third period, 5-2. Motor City in the lead over Elmira, looking for the series sweep. Koash, shot deflected in, he scores, 6-2. That should be the nail in the coffin.
Well, Scott Koash wants his top star of the night. He now has a goal, well, 2 goals and an assist. But I'm just looking at the replay here, seeing how it developed. Gets into the slot, goes right 5-hole clean, and just beats White straight up.
Might have been tipped by an Elmira player. It was hard to see. But Koash puts it through the wickets of White. And it's been a while since we've seen this offensive barrage. It almost feels like the dam finally broke, and it's been building up for a while here, at least in home games at Big Boy Arena, and now it's just all coming flooding out at once for Motor City.
Well, I really think, I mean, we've seen Motor City, we've joked about it on this broadcast. We've joked about it during home games. It always seems like Motor City runs into the hot goaltender, right? Well, because they're gripping the stick a little bit tighter. They're trying not to force the issue. They're playing a little bit tighter. This weekend they've been playing loose. They've been playing free. They've been playing like they can. And when they're not gripping that stick a little tight, when they're just moving the way they can, this happens. This is not an abnormality. This is a team that can score when they play comfortable and play wide. Here's another opportunity. Inger just can't bury it. But again, this is when you're not gripping the stick too tough. What can happen?
This has been the biggest offensive explosion between 2 games for Motor City all season long, 14 on the weekend. Heck of a time to start getting the offense going. Out in front, Gullo trying to get one back, backhanded, just misses the top right corner. Along the near boards, puck chipped back to the Elmira blue line. Thompson pressuring, uses his body and his size to try to create some forechecking pressure. Gibbs behind his own net, slides to Wild, takes it over his own blue line. Short pass ends up on the stick of Leeson, up to the left point, walking in the shot, and it's patted away. Still loose out in front in the chaos, coming away with it for Motor City, Brad Ryder. Up the near side, using his speed, puts on the brakes, leaves for Cardinal, bottom of the left wing circle, returns, right side, and it stops up for Didi. Had a great look. He gets his own rebound, Back behind the net, Ryder chops at it. Colton keeps it in on the far side, throws on net, it's tipped up into the netting. 4:35 to go in the third period. That'll take us to our final media timeout. 6-2, Motor City in the lead for the final time tonight. Ben, let's take a look at the shots on goal and what's going on around the FPHL.
Yeah, Motor City still leading the third period here. Elmira getting 3 shots on goal since the last break. Motor City adds a couple as well. They need the third period. 13-7 overall in the game, 46-29. Of course, it's 6-2 here at Big Boy Arena. Watertown has a 7-2 lead over Delaware, 3-2 still Carolina over Binghamton, and still 7-0 Danbury over Port Huron.
So, want to remind you that Iconic Goaltending has clinics here in Metro Detroit for young goaltenders looking to improve their game. Information on private lessons, team skates, and performance analysis can be found at iconicgoaltending.com. That's what you read across the crossbar of both nets here at Big Boy Arena. And well, Motor City, when Trevor Babin's in net, we've seen some solid goaltending in. Again, he's kind of been one of the guys that makes this team go. He's been the one of the fan favorites at home and here at Big Boy Arena, and you can see why. He's a very solid goaltender, very fun to watch. He plays with his heart on his sleeve, and again, you have to be authentic to yourself. We talked about it earlier. His biggest weakness might be just controlling the emotion, but when he's locked in, we've seen him flash the glove a few times. He's made some saves that aren't routine that he made look routine.
Oh yeah, and again, if there's a downfall in his game, it's his passion. And the great thing about his passion, he likes to impart his wisdom on young goaltenders. He helps out Bill's goaltending clinics a lot. Back home in Philly, he's a goal coach as well. Remember the first game of opening night, kids came from Philadelphia to watch him play and watch him start. He's a great goaltender. Makes the mundane, or makes the spectacular look mundane. And if he just needs to clean that up, but again, you like a goaltender that also plays. There's Tim Perks.
Tim Perks picks the top corner. 3 for him on the weekend, his first tonight. 7-2, Motor City in the lead.
Tim Perks, man, pouring it on. 3 goals this weekend. He entered the weekend with 2.
Been a heck of a weekend for number 13, and the backhand just put it right underneath the crossbar. Motor City pouring it on. The fans loving it. Ooh, off the draw, the linesman goes down. Seems to be all right.
Both linesmen have gotten taken out today.
It's been everyone's had a little bit been in the danger zone on the ice. 3:51 left to go in the third period. 7-2 after the Tim Perks goal. Motor City just a few minutes away from finishing what has been maybe their most impressive weekend of the year. Gaudette in between the blue lines sends to Suffredini. Flips up, chopped in deep. Hunt picks it up behind the net. 2-line pass to Levac. Gets it into the Motor City zone. Miguel Diaz controls it cleanly. Hunt dumps in. Babin will stick it to the far corner.
Suffredini finally getting on the score sheet. Got the hockey assist on that goal. He's worked hard tonight.
He does. Brings it just about every night. 3 minutes left to go in the third. 7-2. Motor City on top of Elmira. At his own blue line, Schmidt banks off the far boards. Leeson trying to work around 2 different black jerseys, couldn't do so. Milam picks it up. Up for Conway. Far boards, Conway shovels in deep. Koash fighting for it far side. Sends it again behind the net for Elmira. 2 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the final period. Motor City with a comfortable 5-2 advantage. In the Motor City zone, Gulo gets the turnover only for a minute. It was poked back away.
Yeah, good play there by Elias Thompson. Sorry, go ahead.
Over the blue line, Cardinal. At it for just a moment. A few bodies collide. Puck back into the Elmira zone. And it's knocked away by the netminder White. Back in front. Loose, and it's underneath of Harley White. We'll get a whistle with 1:42 to go in the third. 5-goal Motor City lead.
Yeah, but Elias Thompson made a great play on Gulo. Just lifted his stick at the last moment, played well to stop that one. Like the way number 8 has been playing this weekend as well. Got a goal yesterday. Was just an assist shy of his second Gordie Howe. He's been playing well. A lot of guys you don't normally think would step up have stepped up this weekend. It's nice to see.
Well, 15 goals on the weekend. Plenty to go around for everyone on the score sheet. Under 90 seconds away from the weekend sweep. Fields brings it out of his own zone. 3-on-2 if they hurry. It's poked away by Gibbs. Fields back behind the net. Pinned to the boards. Slides to the near corner. Back in the Elmira zone. Up to the blue line. Richards brings it over. Top of the left wing circle. Stick handles to the bottom of the circle. Shot patted away by Babin. Up and out. Makema. Taking his time looking for Gaudette. Pass across. Goes through a host of bodies. Stays in the zone. Perks. Right wing circle. Out in front. And Makema couldn't backhand it into the net. 40 seconds left to go. Perks throws on net. Saved by White. And we'll get a whistle and a high stick. 35 seconds to go, third period.
I was going to say, I kind of already know who's going to be the 3 stars of the game, but we're going to have to give a couple honorable mentions because they're not going to make the list. One is number 44. Declan Conway has a goal and assist this weekend. He's been absolutely outstanding, has 4 goals and 2 assists for 6 points on the weekend. Of course, the Dark Knight in the 4x6, he gets an honorable mention as well. Played tough and let in a goal here in the third. He's playing well, but the 3 that we're going to have are going to be fun to call. So
30 seconds left to go in this one. Motor City has dominated Elmira from Jump Street. Another save by Babin. 120 minutes of hockey, and Motor City has led for almost all of it. Levac pass across, and Schmidt couldn't get the shot in. Pile of bodies by the crease. Final 10 seconds. Another save, Levac. Pass picked off. Colton will skate it, and the buzzer sounds. And Motor City picks up 6 big points on the weekend. A 7-2 victory here at home on a Saturday night. The Rockers fans going home happy after another dominating performance by Motor City.
Yeah, Motor City played well. Did not think we were going to get another blowout win like this. Thought it was going to be a little bit closer. It was close for a second. After one, it was 2-1. After that, it was all Motor City, scoring the next 5 goals and giving up 1 in the process as well. But absolutely great weekend. Incredible effort. We know the guys can play well when they play loose. They play like this. Play confident, play comfortable. They're a dangerous team.
Yes, indeed. A lot of solid players tonight for Motor City as they salute the fans. But Ben, over to you for the 3 stars of the game.
Yeah, we said honorable mention. Declan Conway is going to get an honorable mention. He had a goal and an assist tonight. Number 72, Trevor Babin, gets an honorable mention as well. Played strong in net all weekend, coming back from his 4-game suspension, seeing action for the first time this weekend. Looked really, really good. But the 3rd star of the night played his butt off, played hard, got a hockey assist. Number 22, Dante Suffredini is your 3rd star of the night. 2nd star of the night's going to go to the man who started the scoring for the night, Tommy Cardinal. He had 2 goals tonight. He's going to get the 2nd star of the night. And then Scott Koash, who had 2 goals and an assist, is going to be your top star of the game.
7-2 Motor City wins. They put this weekend series of Elmira behind them with 6 points. But Ben, getting ready for a tough stretch. The next 8 are going to be maybe the toughest 8 for Motor City. Next weekend, Carolina comes to town for a pair. What should fans expect next weekend, and how can they take the momentum from tonight's win into next weekend?
Well, we said the last time they faced Carolina, it was a split, and I think this team is in a position to take 2 again. Again, if they play loose and confident, they can hang with anyone in the league. Right now they're playing loose. They're playing confident. Babin's getting reacclimated back in net. He's returning to the great form that he can play. It's going to be a very tightly contested series next weekend, but I think Motor City, I think one of the games is probably going to go into overtime, but I think Motor City gets both wins. But then after that, that is going to be the real test. You're going to have Colgan versus Babin part 3 at some point, maybe even part 4, possibly part 5 against Columbus when they come to town. It's going to be interesting to see how Motor City responds there, because Columbus took away every opportunity that Coash had, that Conway had. They said, you know what, we're going to take your top 2 point getters off the board, beat us with anyone else. We will accept that. Gaudette couldn't get a scoring opportunity. Makaba couldn't do it. So the other guys that were starting to acclimate that we see this weekend that were getting goals, it's good that they have confidence going into the next 2 weekends, because you're going to need them if you want to win more games than you lose in the next 2 weekends in the homestand.
Motor City with the 7-2 win gets their first 6-point weekend since back to early December, and it couldn't have come at a better time. When Danbury goes final against Port Huron, Motor City will move up into 3rd place in the standings, just a couple of points ahead of Port Huron